You've got focus from here all the way in. So your shot is literally follow the ball, wide shot, to the left, to the right. And as they collapse it on, they look like they're going to score, they start collapsing it on the net, go ahead and just give it a nice little push.
Is it raining outside? I can't tell. A little bit? Oh, it's dry.
But for the most part, you can stay pretty wide on the action. And it's literally just back and forth. Did you ever run flat?
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah, this last year.
Well, Lena's right. That's right. Yeah. At your own risk. Because I don't know if I can do the video. Enough to make me happy. I'm not his boss, that's Jack. I'm not his boss. The boss is basketball. Yeah, exactly. Talent. I talk on headset. Do whatever you think's best, because I told him to not post the video how much it's raining. So.
I'm going to get my jacket.
And we have a choir sing the national anthem too. So I'm just gonna say Jimmy Mark. I should have reached out to their side. Should all these be on? Talk one, talk back two. So we turn it off. Okay, got it. Got it.
Not impossible. Yeah.
Hi, talking. I think that means stop talking, actually. Well, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you, too. It's almost too clear. Okay. Yeah. I have the ad reads, too, on my phone. Yeah. I have the ad reads, too, on my phone. The WBGU PBS ad reading the Scenic Stops, if we're still doing that, for lower thirds. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. We also have the broadcast that's like presented by or brought to you by, whatever. So, right? Geico.
For the first time ever at Cochrane Stadium, and just the third all-time meeting between the Bowling Green Falcons and the Belmont Bruins as they begin the third game of Missouri Valley Conference action. Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast. I'm Lucas Palmer, and this evening joined by Will Earhart. Will, embracing the elements right now. It's a cold, rainy, wet day here in Bowling Green. What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Lucas, it's great to be here. It certainly is wet and windy here at Cochrane Stadium. Looking forward to this matchup for BG. 2-0 already in Missouri Valley Conference play, hoping to get that third win.
Yep. And Case Cox for the Bruins, a very prolific forward for them. And for the Falcons, Trace Terry and Bennett Painter, just been sensational this season. 14 goals between the two of them. What have you just made of their play this season?
Lucas, they've both been sensational. Trace Terry already with 8 goals this season, Bennett with 6. When you're scoring 5 goals a game like they did on Tuesday night, it's tough to beat. And there's the music wrapping on us for us, folks. We got an exciting game coming up in this weather. We can't wait.
If we fell off, then we back. Now I saw the throne at that moment. I sat down. We won't back down. No, we won't back down. We won't back down. No, we won't back down. We won't back down. No, we won't back down. We won't back down. No, we won't back down. 'Cause we are the warriors. You get what you see. You mess with the game, then you messing with me. 'Cause we are the warriors. We'll make them believe. 'Cause we are the warriors.
Subject to some rain, but certainly this game has the clear go-ahead to kick off as planned. It should be an entertaining evening.
Well, let's go through the starting 11 for both these sides. First for Bowling Green, Kyle Cusimano, Josh Erlinson, and Gus Peacock remain the back three. And in the midfield, Mats Christensen and Jake Bergen as the two holding mids. At the number 10, Alberto Naya. Out on the right wing will be Andrew Schaefer, actually out on the left. You have Andrew Hernandez, Trace Terry, Bennett Painter up top as well. What stands out to you for that starting 11 for the Falcons?
Well, Lucas, at the top of the broadcast, we highlighted the impact of Trace Terry and Bennett Painter. But one thing we also discussed just before we came on was Mr. Ironman Kyle Cusimano, who's missed just 1 minute so far this season in field. So excited to see if he can keep that up today with these conditions.
For the Bruins, in goal, Grant Calvert, Riley Clothier, Griffin Moore, Nate Mefford, Brad Diddley, Jimmy Mark, Alex Clay, and Alex Castone, Eric Stiles, Dylan Steely, and Oscar Huff round up their starting 11 for the Bruins, who are 2-3-3 on the year. Winless in Missouri Valley Conference play, looking to get their first win of the season in the Valley. This is only the third time these two programs have faced off, and the first time at Cochrane Stadium. It should be one to remember as we get ready to get set underway. The Bruins all in red, and the Falcons in their traditional home whites, and we're underway on a rainy, cold Cochrane Stadium here in Bowling Green.
Well, Lucas, there's no hiding today. Those white kits are not going to stay white for long, so we'll see which players really get stuck in as the game goes on.
Ball over the top, finds Castone, looks out wide left for Dildy. Doty's ball in the box, looking for Mefford, cleared away by Erlinson. And Terry does well to win it back. Looking for a Painter there, and just a foot offside. So the first offside call, just about 30 seconds in the match.
Well, that was a fun one, Lucas. The linesman didn't even bother to raise his flag. That was pretty obvious he was offside, even to the official in the center circle.
Long ball looking for Castone again. Finds Dilly. That's Hernandez back down there tracking it. Peacock clears it upfield. Terry earns a foul. That was pushed there in the back from Dylan Steely. All MVC first team preseason selection, the defender from Alabama. As Falcons put this one back in play, giving it right back to the Bruins. Steely clearing this one up, looking for Castone, out of bounds. Here's Erlinson. Looks out wide left. Here's Schaefer inside looking for Anaya. Try to use it back to Kusmao. Schaefer able to keep the ball for the Falcons. Painter was looking to return that one back to Kusmano, given away as the ball pings around, but looks like a whistle's going to be called, and a stoppage here as a Bruin on the far touchline seems to be down in some discomfort.
Lucas, where we're sitting up here in the broadcast booth, there's a loud, swirling winds. I'm not sure if it'll come through on the broadcast, but certainly the weather here is an unpredictable part of what we're going to see. We've got 11v11 on the pitch. You've got hopefully a 12th man here for BGSU at Cochrane Stadium. But then I think the 23rd man here is going to be Mother Earth. Not sure which team she's going to show up to play for today.
Schaefer looking for Painter. Couldn't quite hold that one down. Belmont comes away with it initially. Attack still alive for BG. Schaefer in the box and cleared away from Clothier. Not convincingly. Painter gets it back in the box, and the Bruins avoid danger. As Mefford will draw the foul on Erlinson. And you mentioned the wind will and how much that will play a factor. How much do you think the current state of the field will play a factor in this game? This is the third game this week. Sunday, the women's team play against Toledo. Obviously, Tuesday, the men couldn't play here. They had to play in Rossford against EIU. And last night, the women's played OU right on this field. How much do you think the field and the current shape it's in plays a factor?
Well, certainly it'll be something to watch as the game goes on. So some of the warm-ups the teams actually took on an adjacent field and not on the game field itself. It's okay right now. It might get a little bit muddy as things go on. And certainly either team will look to score an advantage early on because late in the game, this is going to be a difficult one to chase.
Castani was looking for Mefford. Graves comes off his line to clear. You can see the midfield battle has been kind of loose because both teams really can't get a foot on the ball when trying to adjust to the conditions as it goes right to the hands of graduate student goalkeeper Grant Calvert.
You know, Lucas, I've called a few games here at the stadium, including a few wet weather games. I can't remember a time there's been this strong of a wind going east to west, sort of coming right directly into our face. And you just saw it there from that attempted punt there from the goalkeeper, and immediately got caught in the wind.
Diddley finds Mefford in through, and Erlinson comes to meet him, and that will shuffle the ball out of bounds for a throw. We mentioned last match, the Falcons won 5-0 over Eastern Illinois. Game took place in the Rossford Dome. Trace Terry, 2 goals. Bennett Painter, Josh Erlinson, and Falcons getting a big result. 7-1-1 on the year, already matching their win totals from last season. Only loss coming against Michigan on the road, and only a tie against Northern Kentucky.
Well, it's been a great season so far for BGSU. They were ranked nationally for a hot minute, and hopefully we'll see that change once again after it's been so far a strong week for BGSU, and we'll see what happens here tonight. A 5-0 win midweek certainly can't hurt their chances.
Here's Schaefer. In a battle between two Belmont players. That was Mark and Mefford. And he commits the foul. Clothier will put this ball back in play for Belmont. Right to the foot of Mefford. Looking for a mark, intercepted there from Schaefer. Ball's going to be cleared up in a way as he still will. You can just see the teams both kind of struggling in possession in the midfield. Been a lot of giveaways, and you got to wonder how much the weather's playing a factor there as Falcons have earned another foul.
There's always an element of chaos in a game like this. I think it's going to be stronger and stronger as this goes on. Both teams struggling to get into any kind of rhythm with possession.
Falcons will distribute across the back line, look for an open man. It's Christensen giving it to Cusimano, back to Christensen. Here's Cusimano. Bergen. First touch let him down a little bit. Able to win the ball back. Arlinson looking a ball over the top for Terry. Ball takes a couple of skips and rolls out of bounds as Griffin Moore will shoot that one out for a goal kick.
A good example there, Lucas. The ball just skipped right away, and Trace never had a real chance to get to that one. We'll have to adjust those through balls accordingly.
Yeah. Then a long ball looking to build out. Christensen wins that header. Able to find right to the head of Painter. Ball still hasn't been brought down from both teams. Steely looking to clear this one up to Mark. And a nice one there from Cusimano. Here's Mao. Schaefer one-on-one with Mark. And I let that one go for Bergen instead. It was picked off by a Belmont midfielder.
Well, they lost possession, but a nice spell there for BGSU. The first spell of sustained possession for either side here tonight.
There's Mefford holding the ball up, and Belmont looking to break. Here's Castone, and once again, can't just quite bring that one down. The ball's just been skipping too fast with the wet surface and the wind. Here's Cusimano. Once again, Bowling Green's been working this left side a lot to start this early half. Ball over the top looking for Terry. Takes a couple of skips and goes out of bounds once again. So another goal kick coming up for graduate student Grant Calvert. 10-6 record in goal with the Bruins. Transferred from St. Louis. Giving up 12 goals this year, but nonetheless been a pretty solid start for Calvert. Here's Hernandez dropping all the way back to get this one.
Well, Hernandez has been all the way up and down this right-hand side.
You can just tell the pace of the ball is just a lot faster than what they're used to playing on this surface. It's almost been like you're playing on turf. with how fast the ball is moving. Just over 10 minutes in, no really clear chances from either side so far. There's that ball there from Christensen looking for the run of Schaefer. Out of bounds for another goal kick. Well, 10 minutes in, well, I think it's safe to say that our theory was right, that the conditions are playing a massive factor in how this one has turned out so far, as Painter earned that one, but it commits the foul.
Yeah, it's almost like there's 3 teams playing out there, Lucas. It is only going to get harder to score as this game goes on. It will certainly score intentionally. I think a fluke of a goal might really be in the cards as this game goes on. Bowling Green, Ohio will not be the only community, of course, experiencing extreme weather this weekend. And it might be the case that we see some strange results nationwide, depending on who's able to actually go ahead and have a game this weekend. BG hoping they're not one of the more eyebrow-raising results.
Here's Hernandez looking down the sideline for Bergen, and that's once again going to be shuffled out of bounds to Weather to try to keep it in play, but a goal kick once again nonetheless. Bruins coming off a 4-0 loss on the road to Drake, and the Bulldogs have really been a surprise team in the Missouri Valley this year. Before that, Belmont actually had a 1-1 tie against Western Michigan. At that time was the number 4th ranked team in the country. Had a really good result at home. Western has dropped a little bit since that match, but Belmont's definitely faced a tough slew of opponents to start their conference play.
Well, if Belmont can come to Cochrane in this kind of environment and get a win, that would be a massive result for this program, and really, I think, throw the MVC wide open as conference play really digs in.
Doty's cross was headed out of bounds. A mishit clearance, and then looking to find the run there of Clouthier, and he was way off sides. Do these conditions favor the home side? Do you think these conditions favor Bowling Green, or do you think it doesn't matter?
It's a great question, Lucas. I think it's sufficiently wet. It's sufficiently windy. I just don't know that it really favors either side. I don't think either team is known for a notable long ball game, right? That's premised on big kicks and winning headers to score. So not sure it really favors either side.
There's Cusimano trying to put a move. Lead around one Belmont defender. Ball is a little too far in front of him, but clear out of bounds for a Falcon throw. We'll see if they like to go long on this one with Cusimano. They've done so often this season. They're going short to Christensen. And Cusimano's going to cook in this cross, headed away from Mefford. That cleared initially. Mark tries to clear it. It's off his own teammate, Castanone. Hernandez trying to cycle this one back in, looking for Anaya on the far side, and shuffled out of bounds. Naya had 4 assists in that 5-0 win on Tuesday against Eastern Illinois. Tied the most in a game for the program, and Beto once again is leading the team in assists from his attacking midfielder position. Here's Cusimano out wide left to Schaefer. Trying to put that ball into the box. Clouthier there first to meet it. Clears it away. Going as far to Anaya. Anaya looking for a tear in the box. Once again, Belmont first to meet it. And a loose touch there from Peacock. Christensen comes sliding in and wins the ball off of Mefford.
Well, that was the type of moment that we're talking about, Lucas. He was almost away there for Belmont. Was able to get the touch, but just enough recovery from BGSU to prevent a breakaway turnover.
BG definitely has controlled possession now in this first half, but really haven't put a clear chance on goal. Neither side have actually registered a shot so far this first half.
Well, not only have there been no shots, Lucas, but I don't even think we've had any shots before the shots. You know what I mean? I think we have not come particularly close to having an attempt on goal so far.
While we have a moment on this goal kick, visit WBGU.org for free educational resources, PBS Kids content, and to stream local shows 24/7, including Scenic Stops and Stories, BGSU Brain Game, and The Journal. It looks like a Belmont player down. Looks like that's Jimmy Mark again on that far side. So clock will stop and athletic trainer will attend him. Jimmy Mark, a redshirt junior from Georgia, only played 2 games last season. All time, 10 games played with 7 starts and 2 assists. Has yet to find his first collegiate goal. So transfer from Lake Community College in Utah. And it looks like he'll have to check out for the time being, as they'll assess his current issue. And comes for the Bruins, A.J. Elliott, sophomore from Franklin, Tennessee, making his 19th appearance for the Bruins. Wonder if the field conditions play a little bit of part in that. Haven't seen too many slippages yet in the middle of the field, but definitely a possibility.
If you're going to go to ground in these type of conditions, you better be sure that you're going to get the ball, because you are going to slide, and yellow cards will be coming if you mistime those challenges.
Robinson looking for Naya. Offside flag is up on the senior captain. Clothier will get this one back underway. And looking long for the substitute Elliott. That's one from Cusimano. Bergen as well there to get out of danger. Looks for Schaefer. Schaefer finds Painter in the midfield, loses it. But it's one once again from Bergen. And gives it back to the senior midfielder. Looking for Hernandez on the run. Falls to Terry, and that shot is blocked. Picked back up for Bergen, who'll try a shot over the bar. So there you go, Will. Our first couple of real chances of the game.
That's a great sequence from BGSU, and the whole time I was watching Hernandez sprint down this right-hand side. It's actually an attempted through ball that's successfully defended by Belmont that then creates that scoring opportunity for BGSU. Very well worked, and great. We've got our first attempted shot. We're off to the races.
Yeah, that was Brad Diddley there from Belmont who made that sliding challenge to break up that through ball, so give him credit. Working back defensively to win that one as Erlinson puts out the danger. This ball caught underneath his feet and turned over. And Castone finds Medford through on goal here. Christensen back defending. Medford might have been slipping, but with a left-footed shot put over the bar. And there's the first shot of the game for Belmont. So opening up a little bit, and both teams starting to find their groove a little bit on the offensive end.
They're coming thick and fast all of a sudden.
Here's Peacock. The 2 Hernandez, the 2 sophomores exchanging passes. Rollinson looks long left. Looking for Kusamano, won that one down. Painter keeps the attack alive. Anaya finds Kusamano. This one back to Painter. Out wide left to Schaefer. Puts on a move, looks across with his left foot. That's blocked away from Elliott, out for a BG throw. And you have to imagine here, Kusamano's going to try this long throw. Looking to create some danger in the box. Kusamano. Long ball flicked on, falls in the middle of the box, and a foul is going to be called on Bergen.
Lucas, while we have a moment, quick shout out to all of the folks who are here working this game, whether with WBGU, Falcon Media, or others, doing a great job to make this game go.
Naya finds this one to Terry. Kicks it back out for Schaefer, looking for Painter, try to get his head on it. He's met there from Clothier. It's going to be a corner kick for the Falcons. So the first corner kick for Bowling Green. It's going to be an in-swinging ball from Anaya.
The temperature has ticked up just a little bit here in this game. Suddenly there's a little bit more pressure from both sides.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Referee will blow his whistle and have a conversation with a Falcon and a Bruin. Looked like that was Bergen and Eric Stiles. Been a little bit too handsy in the box. So in-swinging ball on the way from Anaya. Ball in the box, and it fell through as was Kusamano crashing off the chest of Bergen and looking to keep this one play alive. Here's Christensen putting this one in the box and tipped over the bar from Calvert. What a goal that would have been.
Well, that was great heads-up goalkeeping from the Belmont goalkeeper. That ball was twisting and swirling in the air. I think you'll be able to see it on replay here. That is a speculative attempt just to put the ball into the box, and it almost finds its way in.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
So another corner kick for the Falcons down, this time on this near side. Hernandez is short for Anaya. We'll see if he likes to use him. Anaya puts the ball in the box. Outswinging ball. Terry gets on the header and into the hands of Calvert. Definitely more lively in the attacking third for BG over the past couple of minutes, putting a lot more shots and testing Calvert. Erlinson wins the header over Mefford. Ball looking to recycle back to Mefford and just offside. For Mefford, and because the referee will stop whistle and probably have a conversation with the redshirt sophomore.
I think this conversation is about the kick of the ball away after the whistle went. And, you know, we've seen that in even the Premier League, right? Arsenal team that's recently experienced 2 red cards because of a second yellow card offense just for kicking the ball away. So referee did not produce a card here in MVC action, but were this the Premier League, you might have seen our first yellow of the day.
Yeah. Mefford's a transfer from Utah Valley, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Spent 2 seasons with Utah Valley, appeared in 3 games as the Falcons really good a chance there and cleared away. Ernst will bring this one all the way back to Schaefer. He's checked all the way back near the back line. Ernst looks on for Painter. Painter keeps this one in play, looking to go back to Kusamano. Can't quite return that one. Schaefer keeps that one in play initially. Bergen will now pressure. AJ tried to keep that one in play. It was taken back from the Falcons, but again, just pass just couldn't quite find the right teammates. You're seeing a lot of overhit balls, and that's just because they're not used to the surface with the current weather conditions. Here's Christensen looking long again. Schaefer will keep this one in play. Cross there from Cusimano, dealt with very easily there from Belmont. Here's Schaefer once again. Working on Elliott. Give this one back to Erlinson. Erlinson finds Cusimano, looking to find Anaya, trying to keep hold of the ball, able to. Has 4 Belmont players surrounding him, gives this one back to Schaefer. Schaefer crosses this one into the box and overcooks it and go out of bounds. Our goal kick coming up, and Griffin Moore's been taking most of these goal kicks this first half, which you don't see very often for a field player, and that one was given right back. Terry looking to hold the ball up, gives it back to Painter. Painter rides one challenge, and then good defensive play there from the Bruins. That was Moore taking that one away. Medford has that one dispossessed from Erlinson. Erlinson's had a very good first half for Eric Nichols and the Falcons. Ooh, Christensen mishits that pass right to Dilly. So a chance coming up for the Bruins. Castanone looking to return this one, and Castanone puts the ball in the box, but easy saves from Brendan Graves.
Belmont, player 14, player outside.
Here's Hernandez playing on the right. For this game, we've seen him in a bunch of different positions as he feeds this one to Painter. Painter cuts this one back to Hernandez, takes a deflection there on the cross, and then into the hands of Calvert. With 18 minutes left to go the first half, Falcons definitely have had the best chances this first half. Will, what have been your overall thoughts on this kind of odd first 45?
This game has been a struggle for control. And you'll even just see there that goal kick sailed all the way here into the stands. Both teams, I think, have struggled to really put their stamp on what they want to do in this game. Certainly both teams have grown into this half. BGSU with the better of the chances, but especially in these conditions, all it takes is one slip, one pass to go awry, and then either team could find themselves ahead.
Cusimano looking for Terry, who's slipping, able to hold the ball up, but earns a foul and a good free kick opportunity for the Falcons. We'll see who will take this one. There's 3-4 Falcons and around the box, and it's going to be Anaya. Kicks that one right to Diddley, cleared away. Anaya looks to put it back into play. That one's headed down from Clothier. Schaefer does well to block the clearance. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez across in the box, and we'll go right to the hands of Calvert.
Well, what a view we had of that one, Lucas. Had that found the back of the net. Struck well, but goalkeeper able to collect.
Definitely a good look there from the sophomore midfielder. Captain the Columbus Crew Academy when he played with them, Hernandez, and has definitely found his role this year, starting all matches. And he's played on the right, he's played as a 6, he's played as a center mid. Been a very crucial part for this just overall team for Eric Nichols this season.
And he's someone that Coach Nichols is much more likely to move around on the field versus take him off the field.
And Peacock try to keep that one in play. We'll go out of bounds for a Bruin throw.
Well, I like Hernandez playing in more of a holding 6 role, but certainly Coach Nichols likes him all over the place. And Coach Nichols now, I think in his 16th year here at BGSU, so we're going to go with his judgment over mine.
Ball in play, looking for Diddley. Fakes across initially, then puts the ball in the back post, and that one's headed over the bar. That was probably the best look of the game.
Well, there it was, Lucas. That's the chance I think both sides have been waiting for. It should be 1-0 Belmont. What a great chance created. The header not able to keep it down. Goes over the bar.
Found himself wide open there on that back post and just couldn't redirect that one on frame. We'll see if that chance goes begging as Christensen looks to find Schaefer down long. Ball will stay in play. And Schaefer will commit the foul. Under 15 minutes left to go. This will be Clothier once again, putting this one back in play. Hang time on that ball. Falls down to Anaya. Schaefer looking to find Painter on that run, and it will roll out of bounds for another goal kick. Oh, while we have a moment, be sure to tune in Thursdays at 9 p.m. for Scenic Stops and Stories on WBGU PBS, or stream full episodes for free 24/7 at wbgu.org/Scenic Stops. Slippage there on Moore, trying to clear that one up. Went right to the foot, Stepan Leva, who was checked into this game for Belmont. Forward from San Jose, Costa Rica. And he was pressuring there on Graves. And he cleared that one away and looks like to be down a little bit of discomfort. Falcons will break the other way. Here's Peacock. Looks for Hernandez, and then he has that one stolen away by Castanone in the midfield. And Castanone will just put that one out, and the referee will blow a stoppage for Leva, who's down in some pain in the box. Didn't quite see what happened there. He kind of was pressuring Graves on the goal kick, but ref's going to signal the trainer on, and both teams will have a chance to collect their thoughts.
Well, I didn't see any contact either, Lucas. That is one that you worry about. Hopefully he can get some quick attention and get the all clear.
Mentioned Leva from Costa Rica, a grad student, transfer from Coastal Carolina. This is his 54th all-time appearance for Belmont. He's started all 8 games this past year before tonight. It's 4 goals and 3 assists in his collegiate career. And for the Bruins, you hope to see he's all right to continue.
A good chance for both teams here to take a beat, collect their thoughts, and refocus on the final 13 minutes. The rain has died down here a bit right now. Certainly still windy. I think the wind is going to be ever present throughout this game, but it's a little bit easier to see out there for these players, and they won't have at least the rain in their face as they have the wind in their face. So interesting to see if either team can take advantage of slightly improved conditions that we don't expect to hold. I think it's going to start raining again here soon. But that's the final 13 minutes. We'll see if either team is able to get one past past the goalie.
Definitely has improved a little bit, and you see head coach David Costa up from the top of your screen coming out to make sure his player's okay. Costa's in his 6th season with Belmont. He took over the program that endured just 10 straight losing seasons. That was Belmont, and just 4 total winning seasons. And just his first season, he posted back-to-back winning campaigns for the first time in school history. When he took over, he came over from Butler after serving on their assistant coaching staff for 5 seasons. And as a coach that has coached a couple of MLS players, he's coached Defender of the Year, 2016 Defender of the Year, Matt Hedges, for any of our MLS fans listening. He's coached Nazmi Al-Balwadi, who's played for FC Cincinnati in the USL and MLS. And he's also coached forward Connor Donovan. So he's been a coach who took a job for a program that was on the down spiral and was looking for some sustained success, and he's definitely delivered that with Belmont. Last season with his team, just snuck into the Missouri Valley Conference tournament playoffs. Lost in the first round, but 6 of the 9 teams make the tournament, and Belmont got that last spot and will definitely be in contention once again this season. So the checking in for Leva is Caleb Robertson for Belmont, as Terry chests one down looking for Painter and just under his foot. And that one just goes past the foot of Peacock. Chased down for Robinson, but able to recollect. Here's Cusimano looking long for Schaefer, and you see just 2 bounces there, and the ball just flies out of bounds, which is what's been doing all first half.
Well, Gus Peacock here at this end for BGSU was just caught out on a bounce just like that. Showed great recovery speed to turn and still win that ball.
Clothier clearing it for Robinson as well to bring it down. Castanet looking for the run of Elliott. Cusimano gives this one back to Schaefer. Here's Peacock. Down for Hernandez. Peacock in the middle to Bergen. Bergen gets it back on this touchline, finds Anaya. Here's Cusimano. Anaya finds Painter in the middle, and the touch just too much. And Belmont comes away with it.
Oh, what a pass there from Anaya. Did not quite come off. I think it might have been a no-look pass that he hit.
Castanet there slips and initially gets up to get it back. Here's Elliott. Cross in the box and right to the breadbasket for Brendan Graves. Coming off his 2nd shutout of the season against Eastern Illinois and his 13th shutout of his collegiate career. 5th-year goalkeeper out of Perrysburg, Ohio, in his last season with the Falcons. And I find Schaefer there on the far left. Here's Terry. And I finds Bergen, cross in the box. Painter does well to bring it down. It looks like the slips just right there near that penalty spot. Belmont once again looks to counter. Hernandez gives it to Christian. Christian looks for the run of Hernandez, and just too much. Well, the story of the first half, we keep harping on it, but it's definitely been this playing surface As once again, you just see there just another cross, and maybe if it was a dry surface or the field was in kind of August shape, it would have probably stayed in play. But you've seen Hernandez there, and you've seen Schaefer a lot. This first half just not been able to get on the end of those kind of through balls. Moore clears this one away. Christensen has that one down. It's Jake Lane there checking into the game. Would earn that one and earns a foul.
Good advantage played by the referee there. Wanted to wait and see if BGSU was able to develop an attack after the foul. Didn't quite come off. Calls it back for a BGSU kick.
Looks like Lane came in for Bennett Painter, actually, and we'll see who moves up top along with Terry. It looks like Schaefer moved out to the right and Lane on the left, so you might see Hernandez even up top next to Terry. But here you'll see Anaya on this free kick. Onto the box and took a shot himself, and Calvert had to be alert. We'll see if the referee said he got a touch. He did not, but a good attempt nonetheless.
Well, I'm not sure what they'd rather have, the goal kick or credit for that. What I think was quite an impressive save to get a touch on that as it went over the bar.
Jimmy Mark, who's checked back in this game for Belmont after going down, tried to get on the end of that one. Bowling Green once again been the better side in controlling possession in the spurts of this game. The opening minutes, you just saw both teams kind of struggle in the middle of the pitch, but Falcons have had the better chances in this first half, and Nia looking to flick this one on to Terry.
BGSU certainly enjoyed long spells of possession. I do think that missed header from Belmont, probably the best chance of the half.
Definitely bring up a good point. While Falcons probably had more chances, that chance from Belmont definitely was the best of them. Just a wide open header in the back post. I just couldn't redirect that one on frame, and see the Falcons can make them pay from that. Dilly gives this one all the way back to Moore. Just keep trying to look long for their number 9 up top, whether it was Mefford or now Robinson up top. And Erlinson's done a very good job this first half of winning those aerial duels, as he's done pretty much all of his collegiate career. And the backline of Cusimano, Erlinson, and Peacock have had a whole lot to really do in terms of the open play.
It could be a strategy from Belmont. It could, and hold on.
And a header from Chase Terry finds the back of the net. Off a cross from Jake Lane. Make it 5 goals in 3 games, and Scary Terry is at it again.
Trace Terry cannot stop scoring goals, and we've seen him score some great ones, but this one is going to be up there. This glancing header going away from goal. You'll see the replay here in a moment. What an effort from Terry to get that up and over the goalkeeper, looping, dinking, even doinking over. And you'll see it here in the replay.
That's a fantastic ball from Jake Lane. That's an amazing cross. Amazing ball off his weaker left foot even too. Put a nice move. What a header from Terry.
Trace Terry will not score a better goal with his head. I did not appreciate, he was actually outside the box when he hit that. What a goal.
So at least an 18-yard header from the Bellbrook native. 9th goal of the season. And the Falcons are looking to add a second quick. Here's Anthony Hernandez. That one's poked away from Moore and cleared.
Well, I don't think that Trace Terry is going to be content just to go for a hat trick of 2-goal performances. I think he probably wants to turn that into an actual hat trick. He's got to get a second one before he can get a third, but if he can head it like that, many goals still to come.
And really a chance that you saw Calvert there in that goal, just kind of in a little bit of disbelief, wondering how that ball just found the net. came out of nothing, and Lane puts in another good cross. Calvert comes to meet that one. Terry seems to slip on the surface. We'll see if Belmont can respond. Here's Brad Diddley looking for Robinson. Christensen put that one back, and then sloppiness in the back line for the Falcons. We have Belmont through with under 5 minutes left to play. Finally gets put back into play. Here's Diddley. He had that really good cross for that Belmont chance earlier. Tries to put another one in the box and off the knee, it looked like there of a Belmont player. Be a goal kick for the Falcons, and well, under 4 minutes left to play here. If you're Eric Nichols, are you happy with this first half?
I think you're very happy. You know, they've weathered the conditions, so to speak. They've managed to enjoy really good spells of possession, created a few opportunities, and then that goal from Trace Terry, I think that's enough to bring a smile to anyone's face.
Christensen Hernandez with great work there. Terry in the box. Terry looking for two, and a good save from Calvert. Redirected again from Hernandez. Another save from Calvert. Schaefer puts on the moves into the box. Gives this one back out to Peacock. His cross is met there from Moore, and a really good chance for the Falcons there, Will, to get a second.
Well, Trace Terry did so well to create that opportunity, but Grant Calvert for Belmont, what a save. Strong left hand, able to keep Terry out.
Hernandez trying to keep that one alive. Christensen feeds this one back to Peacock, and you're seeing a lot more slipping on the field just in general for both teams. Kusamato gives this one to Schaefer. Here's Anaya. Left foot across. Hernandez. Nice little flick there from Anaya. So saucy in the midfield. Schaefer, a left foot across. Not a bad one to the back post. And Calvert has to come collect.
Well,
Don't know if the wind's helping, but the crosses for both teams this game have been pretty good.
BGSU really turning the screw now, Lucas, trying to find a second goal before half. Belmont will do well just to get to halftime at 1-0 here. 2 minutes left.
Last time these two teams played was last regular season, which was their first meeting since 2011. It was a 2-1 Belmont win in Nashville. In a very close Missouri Valley Conference last year. Here's Lane looking for Terry, and a little bit too fast and into the breadbasket of Calvert. If you're head coach Costa and Belmont, what do you say to your team at halftime?
You know, you focus on some of the things they did really well. You know, certainly the chance they created in that header could very well be 1-1 right now. You're going to have to chase the game a little bit in the second half. You're going to have to find a way to get a few more footholds in possession so you can start to build out of the back. Certainly they're capable of it. They've shown that in spurts this year. But it'll be up to the coach to maybe make a couple tweaks and give some instructions to help turn the game around in the second half.
1 minute remaining.
Here's Christensen, back to Peacock. Under 50 seconds left to play here. We'll see if the Falcons can get a second. They've had their chances after a slow start. Kusamato heads it up to Lane. Push in the back. A little bit handsy there, and goes out for a goal kick, and don't quite see who that is for the Bruin there on the far side, but not too happy there with the contact from Lane. And that looks to be number 15, Alex Clayton, the senior defender from Wellington, New Zealand, and a transfer from West Virginia.
What's that classic New Zealand
Yep.
to West Virginia to Nashville pipeline?
Something you see every day for sure as this clock winds down here in this first half. Calvert clears it up into the rainy, windy night sky here in Bowling Green. The Falcons have a 1-0 lead over the Belmont Bruins in the third Missouri Valley Conference game of the season. A goal from who else? Junior striker Trace Terry is the difference. We'll be back in a couple minutes to recap the first half and preview the second. With a quick couple message here from the WBGU PBS crew and Lucas Clymer, Will Earhart. Don't go anywhere here. Halftime. Bowling Green 1, Belmont 0. Hey Falcons, and welcome back to the first edition of Back of the Net this season. I'm Lucas Clymer, joined by sophomore forward Bennett Painter. Bennett, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me. I guess first question just to start off this year, you're having a really good season in your sophomore campaign. 2 game winning goals so far, one against Wright State, one against Michigan State. How high is your confidence right now, and how you been doing this season?
I mean, my confidence is very high. Like, I'm very confident every time I get the ball. And just like our team overall, our team is very confident. But I mean, coming off a loss, it was kind of unfortunate. But we're going like we have a lot of potential in our team right now, and we're very confident on how we're going to do after this. So
Yeah, unfortunately, the team is coming off kind of a heartbreaking loss against Michigan and lost 2-0. But the team is still 3-1 overall. What has kind of just been the difference from this year compared to last year? Has anything changed?
I think we have a lot of more experience as a team. Like last year, we had 10 freshmen. A few were starting every now and then like getting minutes and everything. So just the experience of all of us knowing what college soccer is like, and it's just it makes the difference. And I mean, we only lost 3-4 players, so it's just the experience makes that difference.
Yep. And a lot of fans probably don't know this. You personally, you played at Cincinnati United Premier, which is a club near the Cincinnati area. Very good team in terms of the rankings in the state of Ohio, but also very good nationally as well. Kind of just talk about your time there. How did that program kind of help you develop as a player, but also as a person?
They helped me so much with my recruiting process to get to college, and it was just there's so much experience through the club and everything, and there's so many connections through there. It was awesome, and like obviously it's a pretty high level club, so it was perfect fit.
Something else fans probably don't know is you have a couple of teammates on the team that you played with at Cincinnati United as well. You have kind of a favorite teammate you like to play with?
I like playing with both of them. Honestly, when we would play club, it was domination. I mean, like Will would just he wouldn't let anything through. Gus wouldn't let anything through. It was just we had very good chemistry coming in here, so it was awesome.
Yeah. And finally, this is your second season with the team. I know that it's only been a year, a little bit into your second year, but what has so far been your favorite part about being a part of this program, being a part of this team, and being a part of this winning culture, but also the Bowling Green community in general?
Like you said, the community and the winning culture. I mean, those are the best two things. Like you just said it. It's our winning mentality and our culture that we're not going to get outworked by anyone is that like that. I love that. And then the community is a whole nother thing. It's amazing. You know you're going to get a lot of fans who care about you at the game, and it's just insane. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Bennett, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
The Falcons are back at home this Saturday against the Butler Bulldogs. Kickoff for that game is at 7 p.m. at Cochrane Stadium. And for more information on BGSU men's soccer and for BGSU Athletics, you can follow us at BG_FMSN. See you next time. Bowling Green 1, Belmont 0 in their third Missouri Valley Conference game of the season, and a rainy, windy, and just soaking wet game here at Cochrane Stadium. Welcome back into the broadcast. I'm Lucas Clymer, once again joined by Will Earhart. Will, your thoughts on that first 45?
Well, that first half we'll remember for that Trace Terry header. It was a fadeaway 3 from the logo of a goal. A header from outside the box, not something you see very often. It's certainly going to be the memory that I take away from what was otherwise a little bit of a drab first half.
Right. You can definitely tell the conditions were affecting both teams in that first half. Both players, especially Al on the outsides, just overcooking some crosses and just skipping out of bounds. So, and you see as the half grew on, both teams kind of got used to it a little bit, dealing with the surface. And like you mentioned, you put it pretty well. I mean, it's going to be remembered from that 18-yard Trace Terry header that had no business finding the back of the net, but it did for his 9th goal of the season. Let's run through some stats at halftime. 10 shots for the Falcons, only 2 for the Bruins. Grant Culvert, goalkeeping for Belmont, had to make 5, so as well Graves had to make 0. Bowling Green, only 1 sub came into that first half. That was Jake Lane, who has the assist on the goal. And for Belmont, Kay Robertson, Steven Leva, and A.G. Elliott all came in for the Bruins. And we'll take a look at Bowling Green's upcoming schedule. Yeah, see, they got at UIC a big Missouri Valley Conference game and a couple of home games against Detroit Mercy and big conference game against Drake, and then 2 huge Missouri Valley road matches against Missouri State and Evansville.
Western Michigan already dropping points in this MVC schedule, so it's wide open right now. We will certainly be looking to build on the momentum that the Falcons have already generated this season. If they can hold on here in the second half and win some of those upcoming games, they'll be in pretty good shape when it gets to the business end of the season.
It does feel like that Western Michigan game, that last home game this season, is going to be something that might just decide the Missouri Valley Conference title, or definitely some seeding purposes, because how good both those sides have been playing.
I think we've seen enough to know it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, for sure. And for the other side, for the Belmont Bruins, they're underway on Missouri Valley Conference play. Like we mentioned, they're 0-1-1 coming into this game, and their next 5 matches are a couple of tough opponents for the Bruins, and we'll see who they have here. After this, they have Memphis, and they quickly go back to Missouri Valley Conference play against Bradley, who the Falcons just beat. Covenant College is an interesting opponent in the middle of the season, but you look there, they have 4 upcoming home games at a place where they don't lose very often. Missouri State at home is a huge game for them. They really started top heavy for their conference schedule and then go back on the road at UIC.
Well, they've looked at home here today. They've done a good job of limiting BGSU's chances. BGSU grew into the half as it went on, but all in all, I've been impressed with Belmont today.
That's going to do it for us here for our halftime report. As you can tell, about 3:30 left to go here at halftime before we begin second half kick between the Falcons and the Bruins. We'll see the Falcons can go to 3-0 in Missouri Valley Conference play, or can the Bruins spoil the party and get their first win on the year in conference play? Don't go anywhere here. Falcons 1, Belmont 0. We'll be back with second half action after this.
At Bowling Green State University, we are a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We are proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
There's a reason Bowling Green State University is ranked #1 in Ohio for student experience. Our in-demand degrees and life design program prepares students for their first career and their next. With an unparalleled support system at a national research university, BGSU offers an unrivaled experience, all on a vibrant campus in one of America's best college towns. It's also why Bowling Green State University is the #1 school in the Midwest that students would choose again for the 4th year in a row.
earn a free kick in a promising position as well. The rain and wind has picked right back up. And looks like the conditions might just get a little bit worse as the night goes on.
Well, the rain was holding off just until the second half was ready to kick off.
So a free kick in a good position here to start the second half. Here's Anaya. Looks to go straight to goal and into the hands of Calvert. No, only one second half change for Eric Nichols. Jake Lane, who had the assist on the goal, will get the start in the second half. Anthony Hernandez, with the player checking out, who started the game for BG. Belmont, no changes for their 11 as well, as the wind on that ball hooked. I was looking to find a Falcon. That ball cleared up in the air, but not convincingly. And Cusimano does well to clean up that pressure there from Jimmy Mark. Here's Christensen going in for a challenge there, and couldn't find Jimmy Mark through one and a foul. Here's Christensen looking to find Lane. Has that one dispossessed there from Clayton. And once again, just another giveaway, Will. Belmont trying to build out of their own back line. We saw that often the first half, and once again, it's the second time they try to build out after winning the ball from BG, and they just turn it over.
Good intensity from BGSU. The moment they lose the ball, they are hunting in packs to get it back. Certainly serves them well as they're able to continually generate opportunities.
Here's Bergen out wide right for Schaefer. Cross in the box. Cleared away there from Moore. Attack still alive for the Falcons. Terry looking to give that one back to Christensen. It's going to fall to Schaefer. Here's Anaya. Has one dispossessed. Gets a little bit of the jersey of LaShawn Brown. That'll be a foul called. That ball once again can't find a Bruin. Anaya was dispossessed there initially from Styles, but BG win it back. And a long ball there from Christensen. Headed there from Clayton, now bounce for a BG throw. Christensen trying to fit that one into a tight angle. It was clear, but BG still remains on the hunt, looking for that second goal. It's been a lot cleaner to start the second half than it did the first in terms of just possession.
You couldn't have scripted these opening 4 or 5 minutes for BGSU any better. They've had possession, they've had control. The passing's been as good as we've seen tonight, despite the conditions.
Styles tried to win that one down. Slips past the foot of Painter. Mark does well to win that one off the foot of Anaya. Here's Brown. Nice defensive play there from Kusma, but a nice move from Brown. Bruins looking to create their first real chance of the second half. Here's Steely. looking to give this one back to the returning Bruin and go out of bounds first. A goal kick for the Falcons. That was Castanet looking on the end of that one. Cusimano, that pass telegraphed well. And Jimmy Mark, they're on frustrated with Eric Stiles, the miss hit pass. Here's Erlinson, back to Cusimano.
I'm doing a charter right now, but this would be pretty doing bad.
And a nice defensive play there from the Bruins. That was Alex Johnson taking that one away. Erlinson, a 50-50 challenge there with Jimmy Mark. And Mark will go down for the second time this match. Mark seems to be getting up after a pretty hard challenge there. And looks like referee's going to go over to Clothier, and looks like they're going to give a drop ball. And it looks like Bowling Green will regain possession. Painter, oh, a nice header down there from a fine lane, dispossessed initially. Finds Bergen, looks to find Terry, slips. Good interception there from Steely. Looking to find Clayton there. Did well to bring that one down. The Bruins looking to break again. Stiles. Out wide left. Here's Castanet. Gives this one back. Here's Stiles. Here's Clayton. Clayton's ball into the box and headed away there initially from Erlinson and cleared from Anaya. Anaya there a little bit late on that challenge as the ball went out for a throw, but it'll end up being a free kick for the Bruins. And it looks like, well, they've had a couple of good looks now in the past couple of minutes, Belmont, and creating chances. Falcons are going to need to be careful here on this free kick.
Especially in this type of weather. One improbable skip when that's a tie game.
Brad Diddley, left-footed cross, and like you mentioned, that ball was on the right trajectory there on the back post, but with the rain and the wind, kind of just pushed that one out of bounds. Only seen one sub from Nichols so far. His first half was Lane, who came in. Is there, if you were going to add another player off the bench for the Falcons, who's a player you would think about bringing on to try to add that second goal?
That's a great question. I wonder if I would bring on maybe Kyle Blassingame actually in a deeper role and then push other players forward. They certainly got options from the bench, but I appreciate that Coach Nichols is sticking with the group that has played pretty well today. Only one goal to show for it. But I think they can be optimistic that with the type of possession they've had here in the second half, the more chances are coming.
Naya. We're going to pass that ball through. It was well read there from Belmont. Here's Cusimano. And Jake Lane just planted there with his feet on the same page. A little bit too much contact there from Cusimano on Mark, and able to draw the foul. Here's Castanet. One-on-one with Peacock, and a good defensive play there. That was actually Schaefer, who blocked that one once and then twice. Long ball over the top, looking for more, and as we've seen so often this game, goes out of bounds. And while we have a moment with this goal kick, you can visit WBGU.org for free educational resources, PBS Kids content, and to stream local shows 24/7, including Scenic Stops and Stories, BGSU Brain Game, and The Journal. Here's Anaya looking the ball over the top, looking to find Painter. Checks that one down. Tries the back heel off of Clayton and then goes out of bounds for a Belmont throw. Here's a Clothier throw deep into Belmont defensive territory. Cusimano will go all the way back to Brendan Graves. Here's Anaya checking back to get this ball. Off schedule there with Lane. Falcons did well to win it back initially, but a long ball over the top looking to find Clayton, and the Bruins look to be on an attack. Here's Erlinson. Did very well there. That 1v1 defending, and Cusimano did well there to track it back. That's just good teamwork defending their will.
And there's been a real patience and a real calmness as BGSU passes, even out of the back. They don't panic. They don't lose their heads. They do a great job of combining, even in their own third.
Christian finds Bergen. Bergen over the top looking for Painter and just slips there and collides with Griffin Moore and kind of cringe at the surface, chopping and coming back up. But I think it's safe to say that after this game, this grass is going to be in some pretty rough condition, even it already was in pretty rough shape for kickoff, but as the season goes on, more wear and tear will be added to the grass at Cochrane Stadium. Anaya, we're looking to find Terry there. Had a good opportunity, but a good defensive step there from Clothier. Ball over the top looking for Brown, and Graves as well come off his line to collect. Cusimano looking long for Lane, and a little too much juice on that one. Go out of bounds for a goal kick. How long do you go until you maybe start to worry a little bit? It's still only a 1-goal lead for the Falcons, and like we mentioned, a lucky balance or a weird deflection can lead to a possible Belmont equalizer. How long do you go into the match before you start panicking and maybe stop trying to get that second goal and kind of just start to lock it in?
You know, I'm a big believer in play the best version of yourself throughout the whole game, and don't think about those type of tactics until, you know, there's 90 seconds left and you're down in the corner. We haven't seen any evidence yet that BGSU is going to change its approach. They've done a nice job of playing still the way that they want to play. But over the next 30 minutes at some point, it'll definitely creep into their heads, the thought that they might need to just lock things down and get out of here with a 1-0 result.
Well, it seemed like a little bit that first half Belmont was almost playing for a draw a little bit, especially when Bowling Green was starting to find their rhythm. They didn't pressure a lot when BG had possession around the back line, which has been majority of the game. But now you see they're a little bit more urgency this second half trying to find the equalizer. Because there's still women, like we mentioned, that, you know, 2 games played and haven't found a win in Missouri Valley Conference. And if they go 3 games without winning, I mean, you're pretty much a third done almost with your conference games, and you certainly are going to need to start picking up results if you want to make the Missouri Valley tournament.
Absolutely. Now they've had some tough ones. So they've had some tough ones to date, and their schedule does get a little bit easier, they'll hope. But you're right, a draw would be a lot better than a loss here today for Belmont.
Terry's goal in the 39th minute is the difference so far this first half, off across from Lane. Safe to say this game fall is definitely in the air with the wind and the current conditions. Hernandez looking to find Lane, puts on the move, puts on 2 moves and gets past 2 Belmont defenders, puts a cross in the box, head away but not clear convincingly, finds the Terry, out to Bergen, thought about a shot, didn't take it, and had that one blocked and right into the hands of Calvert. Bergen called for the foul there on Stiles. Substitutions coming in back into the game for Bowling Green. That's Hernandez checking back into the game for Jake Lane. It looks like Hernandez will just kind of a swap as he's going to go out to left wing now. Talk about versatility. Well, he's playing on the left, he's playing on the right, he's playing as a 6, he's playing as an 8. He even played up top for a little bit. I mean, such a key player for the Falcons, such an unsung hero.
Well, today I think they're making sure he enjoys playing right in front of the crowd down this side of the field.
Diddley will hand this one off for Riley Clothier. And Clothier will take this throw. And why not turn this into a long opportunity? Styles back out. Clothier puts a cross into the box. Headed back post and headed just wide of that far post. That was Clayton who got on that header, and a best chance of the second half for the Bruins.
Well, the camera angle shares our great angle of that. We could watch that header just go agonizingly wide for Belmont. Great example. All it takes is one attacking moment, and this is a tie game.
Belmont on the attack once again. Their best chance probably of the entire game, besides that one chance in the first half. As Clothier moves up forward, looking for Brown, couldn't reach that one, and Graves will come out in front of Johnson there to get that one.
Well, not only was it a great chance, Lucas, but it immediately invigorated the Belmont team as they just had one of their best passages of play of the entire match.
Here's Cusimano. Rain seems to hold up a little bit. Still looks to be a little bit of drizzle, but the wind's still hasn't seemed to stop as this ball looking to find Hernandez, and it's off of Clayton, and he clears it out to prevent a corner and he gives it to be a throw. Ball taken quick. Anaya looking to try his luck from distance, and Calvert spilled the rebound initially, but able to collect.
Well, that was a cheeky effort from Anaya. Looks up and sees the goalie cheating just a little bit to his left, a little bit off his line. Tries to beat him at that near post. Doesn't quite come off, but great effort keeping the goalie on his toes.
Up and away, the night sky goes this goal kick from Calvert. Schaefer. Nice ball down the sideline. Finds Painter through. Bennett Painter looks across in the box, and Clothier first to meet it. It's off the chest of Painter, still not cleared. Finds Hernandez back to Anaya. Here's Cusimano. Oh, good ball in the box. Finds Painter on the header, and that one's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Well, Bennett Painter in the build-up timed his run to perfection. Would have liked to have seen him hit a little bit of an earlier ball into Terry, but a great chance there for BGSU.
Just see there, Painter getting on that end of that cross from Anaya, and looked like he wanted a corner kick off of that one. But none given. And for one of the first times tonight, you see Belmont elect to go short off a goal kick to Clayton. Terry there looking to pressure their Clothier. Long ball over the top. Steele. Steele looking for Jimmy Mark. Gets it all the way back to Steele. Out wide left, Castone. First to meet that one was Peacock, and then Schaefer cleared that one away. Painter rides one challenge. No whistle call. Steele dribbles it up forward, and then the whistle will be blown back for a foul for Belmont. Don't know who was called for that foul, if it was either Anaya or Painter, but Painter did go to the ground on that one challenge, but Belmont gets a good set-piece opportunity nonetheless.
One of those moments there, Lucas, where so much of an advantage is played. It's difficult to look back and figure out who quite the foul was called on.
Diddley on this ball once again, and Graves is going to have to just punch that one away. Out for a corner. So a few little nervy moments here off of set pieces, especially for Bowling Green. They'll have to defend another. It'll be Diddley once again on this far side.
Corner kick, Belmont.
Be an in-swinging ball off the left foot of Diddley with the win against him in the box, and Graves as well there to collect. Graves looks to go quick for Hernandez. Cheeky little nutmeg there from Cucho. Cucho looking to find Anaya. Anaya gets a lucky bounce and gets past two Belmont defenders and can't quite hit the final pass to put Terry in on goal, but Bergen does well to put that one back up. Schaefer picks up the scraps across to the back post looking for Hernandez and out of bounds for a goal kick, and Bergen looks to be down in some pain on the top of the box for the Falcons.
Well, he got caught just a little bit late. Referee played on as BGSU was otherwise in a good attacking position. Looks like he's okay to continue.
Couple subs coming in for the Bruins. That's checking out Johnson and checking back in AJ Castone.
Belmont substitution is number 16, AJ Chastney, in the game for number 12, Alex Johnson. Thank you.
Little back bicycle kick pass there from Mark. Couldn't find it, but here's Hernandez with a nice turn on Clayton. Mark does well there to work back defensively. Here's Cassidy looking for Brown. Graves way off his line. He's going to clear this one up into the night sky. It looked like it was heading towards the press box, and I got a little excited there, Will, because I wanted to try to grab the ball from here, but I think the wind was going to prevent that.
Well, that was a good example of Brendan Graves' style of play. He does like to come out. He does like to be aggressive. And sometimes, once a game, once every other game, he does have a moment that you kind of clutch your pearls, but did well to get to that one and get the ball thoroughly out of bounds.
Dilly's cross met there from Erlinson. Peacock tried to clear that one away as Dilly came crashing, earns a goal kick. 20 minutes left to go here in the second half. Falcons 1, Belmont 0. Bowling Green looking to go 8-1-1 on the year. What an impressive record for this 2024 season for the Falcons that they're able to do so.
Well, we'll see what Belmont has in store over the last 20 minutes. No great virtue in losing by 1 versus 2 or 3 goals. I would expect to see a couple tweaks, a couple tactical changes to start pushing players forward if they can't otherwise find an equalizer in the next few minutes.
Christensen brings it down for a off the ball contact with Moore and Painter, and just Cavalry comes out. Terry, a little bit of shoulder check there on Calvert, and we'll see if the ref produces his first card of the night, and he will not. Maybe a little bit of talking to for the junior forward. No harm, but is a foul.
Been impressed with the referee today. Lucas has done a great job of keeping a lid on anything getting too heated. Has called the game really well.
Cusimano has Mark breathing down his back and able to clear that one up and away. Falcons looking to build out pressure, and Naya takes a foul from Styles. Graves will take his time looking to pick out an option. Cusimano looking to flick this one on. It is a BG throw. Here's Christensen and Painter. Hernandez not, Jimmy Painter and Anaya not quite on the same page there. Terry pressuring more there, gave it to Steely and cleared it up the way up to Peacock. Here's Schaefer. Has that one stuffed in the middle. Here's Brown. And off the foot there of Styles. Drags Terry down, and that's got to be a card, and it will. So the first card issued for the match belongs to number 20 for the Bruins. Senior midfielder. Actually, it might have been an Oscar Huff rather than Eric Styles in the midfield. A junior midfielder from New Zealand, Oscar Huff, will receive the first caution of the match, and looks like Huff is going to quickly check out of the game, and Robertson for the Bruins will check right back in before this free kick opportunity. Anaya, ball in the box. Going to find Terry. Goes back out to Hernandez, looking to put the one back in and play. Finds Painter. And a good shot there. It was blocked between 3 Belmont defenders. And a second goal at this stage in the game would be pretty crucial for the Falcons. Anaya. Ball takes a deflection. Lines back up to Cusimano, and a little bit to Hansley. Be a foul.
Notable uptick in the fouls here just in the last few minutes, getting a bit chippy out there.
Definitely a good note, and expect that to pick up as the game winds down. With 16:30 left to play on the clock. Here's Diddley. Diddley gives one back to Steely, looking to give it back to Diddley, and Terry will just clear this one away. The ball actually stays in play because of the wind. And looking to switch that one all the way across the field for Clayton, and a bounce for a goal kick. Under 60 minutes left to play in this second half. Well, what have you made of the second halves?
It's been a professional performance from BGSU. They've played within themselves. They've played under control. Great job keeping possession. From a Belmont perspective, they've got to do something to start generating some chances. They had one great attempt that went just wide, but otherwise, this is a game where you have to generate a lot of chances to start to convert some and score goals. They haven't done enough here in the second half to do that.
Looks like a handball called on Chastanet. And we'll stop the clock, and looks like the ref's gonna have some talking to at Chastanet. And usually, like you mentioned, well, we've seen officials just quickly give a yellow, but right in his face and no card issued.
I don't mind that, Lucas. I like a referee that's talking to the players, engaging the players, but is not quick to produce the cards. I think he's just set expectations there, and we'll see what happens moving forward, but I'm guessing it won't happen again.
Hernandez in a battle in the corner, able to work out of it initially on Clayton. That's really good defensive work there from the New Zealand defender, and Anaya sliding there to break up the play. Here's Styles. And Peacock in a collision there with Steely, and Peacock is down, but play comes on. Here's Brown in the box and kicks it all the way out for Clayton. Castanet cuts the ball on his left foot. A bicycle kick attempt and a header over the bar from Castanet. And how about Jake Bergen coming all the way back to head that one away, as now the Falcons can attend their sophomore center back, who seems to be down in some pain, and immediately Nichols way down Rodrigo Silva forward to come in, and it's actually going to be a corner kick for a Belmont. It was head away from Bergen. Didn't know if it last touched off of a Belmont player, but the Bruins will get a corner kick. We'll see if Silva can come in for Peacock. Nasty collision nonetheless.
Gus Peacock did ever so well to win that ball. Certainly paid the price for it. And Belmont able to immediately go down the other end and generate an opportunity, and the type of opportunity that I just a moment ago criticized them for not otherwise creating. BGSU huddling here as we have a break in play while Gus Peacock is attended to. They've huddled up by their own net. They've had a conversation as a team, looking how to close out these final 14 minutes.
So Peacock seems to be okay, which is good news for the Falcons, but Rodrigo Silva will check into this game for the moment being, and will have to defend this set piece. Or actually, Falcons will actually defend with 10. And Silva looked to get ready to come on, but he's by a locker room. Dilly's crossing the box, and the wind there was almost forcing it, almost an Olympico
We almost saw the elusive Olympico here at Cochrane Stadium. The wind took that ball out of the air and attempted to gently place it into the BGSU net, but it was not meant to be. Brendan Graves did well to adjust his body and get to that one.
Burgeon. Looking forward to Painter. That one's cleared up into the sky by Moore. And Peacock, who's on the ball there, coming back into play. So Silva never had to come in the match. There's Styles. Poked away initially from Christensen. Mark gets it back for the Bruins. Looking for Castanet, offside flag, comes up.
A great movement from the Falcon center backs, all in unison. They all stepped forward together and raised their hand together to ask for the offside play.
Looking for Hernandez there on that far side, and Clayton first to beat that one out for a throw. Here's Christensen surveying his options, looking to find Burgeon, and that one's deflected and back to the feet of Diddley. And Painter almost picking that one away from Clothier. And Painter does well there on that second effort to block that clearance from Clothier out for a throw. Pressing's a very underrated part of Painter's game.
One of the reasons it's so difficult to play against this BGSU team right now, Trace Terry and Bennett Painter, they don't just score goals, they also do a great job of leading that press from the front. Both of them work very hard off the ball, and Bennett Painter especially today has been very impressive.
And a little bit of pushing and shoving down the sideline with Christensen, Hernandez, Jimmy Mark. A little bit of tempers flaring. Seemed like a little bit of tussle on the ground with Mark and Christensen, and Christensen a little frustrated that didn't get off the ground fast enough, but looks like yellow card's gonna be issued to Anthony Hernandez for the retaliation of that sequence. What do you make of that?
Was waiting to see whether it would be just Hernandez or also Mark as well. I think Hernandez will be happy to take a yellow in defense of a teammate.
Referee, it's 10:59 back on the play clock. Before this free kick opportunity for the Bruins, all the way by midfield. Here's Clothier. Peacock, first to win that header. Here's Clayton, all the way on the left. Trying to get by two BG defenders, and the fouls will be called. That was Schaefer and Burgeon. Trying to defend that one, and it's going to be a free kick and a very, very dangerous opportunity for the Bruins. You could strike this one on goal with the conditions tonight.
A very dangerous area. I'd love to see this as an in-swinger put towards that back post of Brendan Graves. And with this wind, you could get a Belmont player on the end of it. You could get the wind assisting that in. We'll see if Belmont's able to capitalize on a very dangerous place.
Chastanet's ball will go past everybody, but it will take a BG deflection. It'll be a corner kick. Be Caleb Robinson on this far side for this outswinging ball. Robinson's outswinging. Terry there first to meet it. Chastanet will take a shot there and into the hands of Brendan Graves. He saw that one all the way through, and a good save for the fifth-year keeper out of Perrysburg.
Almost an incredibly unfortunate collision between Graves and Hernandez. Hernandez was darting towards it to try to head the ball away. Fortunately, they don't make contact, and well done from Graves to get on the end of that.
Christensen looks long for Hernandez. We'll see if this ball can stay in bounds. It will not. It'll go out for a throw. And while we have a moment with this throw, be sure to tune in on Thursdays at 9 p.m. for Scenic Stops and Stories on WBGU PBS, or stream full episodes for free 24/7 at wbgu.org/Scenic Stops. We're now definitely in crunch time, Will, with 8:40 left to go here in this game. 1-0 Bowling Green off a Trace Terry goal. We'll see if the Falcons can hold on, maybe at a second, or can Belmont spoil the party. Time will tell in just about 8 minutes as the rain has picked up once again on the wind. That one's one from the Bruins. Erlinson will poke that one away. So it looks like we're in for a wet and windy finish. If we already didn't have one. Cross in the box, looking back, pose, and what a save from Brendan Graves.
Well, the rain is coming down hard. It's moving sideways, and so is Brendan Graves, who had to get across his entire goal to get that one and keep it out. Tips the ball with a strong left hand around the post.
Chastanet was lurking there on that back stick. And that save might be one to remember. Robinson, as Painter first to meet that one. Chastanet leaves this one off for Robinson. Robinson across in the box looking for Mark. Nice good clearance from Terry, not convincingly. Diddley recycles this one back in. Nice header from Erlinson. Ball still alive. For Bradley, a couple of sliding challenges there. There's Chastanet. And good teamwork defensively from the Falcons. Still alive. Mark off that deflection in the box. Try to flick that one back. And Belmont seems to be on the attack. Brown tries to flick that one in the box, but into the hands of Graves. And like you mentioned earlier in our broadcast, Will, you might want to see Kyle Blasingame come in for some defensive prowess and to lock it down. And it looks like you might be getting that wish on that far side. And miss hit pass there from Cusimano. And we'll see that sub, and it's going to be Berto Anaya coming out for Blasingame. So I think that does signal that you're going to go for a more defensive approach, at least in the midfield. Now you have three holding mids or even defensive mids in Christensen, Burgeon, and Blasingame. And Cusimano couldn't flick that one away. Here's Mark. On the touchline, defended by Hernandez, but into the hands of Brendan Graves. Graves rolls us through the Christensen, slips there. Mark picks it up in the midfield. Here's Styles looking for Chastanet. Terry pokes away, but out for a throw-in. And Blasingame did well there to snuff out that cross. Here's Clayton looking for a mark, and then a foul called on Erlandson. So Mark has been in the middle of a lot of fouls, and we'll see if Belmont looks to take this one quick. They won't, but another dangerous opportunity for the Bruins.
He's had an effective half here. He's done what he needed to do to provide a little bit of a spark to Belmont, who seem to have come alive here just for the last 3-4 minutes.
With 4:40 left to go here, Diddley catch this one short. Chastney cross blocked from Blasingame. What a great defensive play from the fifth-year midfielder.
Well, you might have heard on the broadcast the sharp intake of breath as he went to ground in the box, but does a great job to win that tackle.
Here's Steely. Good defensive play there from Bennett Painter, and a goal kick on the way for the Falcons. Graves will clear this one up, and it'll just go out of bounds. There's more. That one's blocked there from Painter. Good throwing for Belmont. And ref will say, stepped a little bit too far up on that throw, and too much of the approval of the Bowling Green fans. Couple of headers exchanged, looking for a mark. Flag goes up. Be a throw in for BG. Very professional final minutes for this Falcons team, a team that, you know, have been struggling to get shutouts this year and only have 2 on the year, and they're trying to defend these final 3 minutes and trying to hold off this 1-0 win.
Well, I think we're in for an exciting 161 seconds here.
Here's Styles. All the way back to Moore. Moore looking to clip this one, looking for Robertson, and Graves, ever so smartly, once again, comes off his line. Graves again, looking for Kusama on the left. Too much on that. And you see just the legs of Painter and Terry just trying to pressure still. 88th minute with only a couple minutes left in the game. Schaefer will clear that one out of bounds.
Well, that's twice now. They're first from Graves and they're from Schaefer. They've just immediately conceded possession. You'd like to see him try to hold on to the ball a bit more.
Hernandez
there a third time, just directly away. Might work out just fine for the Falcons, but you would have liked to have seen them hold the ball for at least another 5-10 seconds.
And there you see the field there paying dividends. A slippage from Styles and a clearance from Terry. And they'll do it again. Clothier again for this long throw. And initially once from Hernandez and cleared. Clothier again. Puts a cross in the box. Moore keeps this one up right into the hands of Graves with a minute left to play. Graves clears this one up. Goes back to Chastney. Chastney down below, cross in the box. Bergen first to meet it and clears that one away. One last throw in coming up for the Bruins with 30 seconds left to go. All the way back to Clothier. Clothier takes a wicked spin, and that one sails out of bounds to the delight of the Falcon faithful. And sometimes, Will, when conditions are against you, the field are against you, it's a hard-fought match. Sometimes when there's not much separating the two sides, your match winners need to come through, and Trace Terry is a match winner, as he's proved all season long.
A phenomenal goal from Trace Terry has settled the sides here today. A great win for BGSU, moves to 3-0 in Missouri Valley Conference play.
Well, I'll tell you what, Will, that's a professional performance, and that's a performance where champions are made of. 3-0 now in Missouri Valley Conference play. A goal from Trace Terry is the difference. A 1-0 victory on some kind of unimaginable conditions here at Cochrane Stadium, but the Falcons remain unbeaten here at home, and they come away with their 8th win of the season. What a performance. 8-1-1 now for the Falcons in Belmont. They remain winless in Missouri Valley Conference play. That'll do it from us here up in the broadcasting booth. I'm Lucas Clymer, Will Earhart. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Friday night. Bowling Green 1, Belmont 0. Have a good night, everyone.